Welcome back to Truly Heal and our review of the DCM3990 digital PEMF, which comes in two variations. One is here the desktop model that you can place nicely on a shelf or a desk, or the suitcase, which is pretty much the same device, just packed into a waterproof and dust-proof case, which you can take anywhere, and it's nicely protected. The settings, the up and down scale, the 5 and 10 minute settings, the power and the plug are identical as in the small. So they cost the same. It just depends which one you prefer based on your travel arrangements. Both come with a big loop, which is the most used applicator of all. Let me just pull that out. So the loop, which you can use around your neck, around your shoulders, anywhere around your hips. This is the most used applicator of all. And then you have the more intensified butterfly, which is a double loop that you can use over your shoulders, over your elbows, over your knees for local intense treatments around the jaw, over the brain. And I'll show you those in a moment. Now, these two applicators come standard with each device. Plus you have your warranty card and a little card for instructions. So let me explain you the device, how you use it and how you use it best so that you know exactly how to use those applicators in a very efficient way. First of all, you will see that you have now 5 settings with those new devices. The little power switch here in the back, you turn it on, you plug it in, turn it on, and it regulates itself based on 110 or 220 volt, 50 or 60 hertz. It's a very intelligent power supply that checks first and then supplies the energy to the loop. Now let's just take the loop first and I'll hang it around my neck so that you can see when I turn it on and hear in the microphone how the sound, how the ticker works. Okay, the plug is a 3-prong plug that plugs in here in a very easy way. You just slide it on until it clicks and it self-locks so that it holds firmly. Now, as we turned on the device already, we would select either 5 minutes or 10 minutes. And that's based on what we try to achieve. If I want to do a 10-minute local treatment for an elbow or for a certain body part, I can select the 10 minutes. We usually go with a full body recharge with 5 times 5 minutes. So that's 25 minutes and you would use the big loop for that first. Now, let me explain the full body recharge. And you can go either way. There is no rule to it. It's just how it normally is done. You put it on a chair and you sit on it with your butt and with your genitals, and that pulses energy into your body from the bottom up. Then you bring it around and hold it over your kidneys and adrenals. Then you slide it up and lean against it, lungs and shoulder blades. Then you hang it around your neck for 5 minutes, and then you put it on your belly for 5 minutes. And that would be a full body recharge. Every single organ in your body is stimulated, activated, discharges more toxins, takes on more nutrients, carries more oxygen and nutrients into the cell. And that is what then brings healing, pain relief, stimulation, more energy. It's like a toothbrush and you put it on a charger, the batteries of all the cells are recharged. Now that's the process of a full body recharge. So let me just go and hang it around my neck, select here 5 minutes, and you can see it ticks on the lowest level. You can see that here on the first light. And that is now producing 750 Gauss in those small pulses that pulse into my body. Now compared to an oscillating device, which makes your cells sing along, this one here activates all cells at the same time, whether it's a bone cell or an immune cell or a fast dividing cell, there is no differentiation. Magnetic pulses, especially those strong pulses in that high level of 700 and 1400 and 4000 Gauss, they activate every cell at once. So you don't need to wait for a half-hour program to rotate around this area and then do the next half-hour treatment for here. You have in 5 minutes what you achieve with an oscillating device in half an hour. Okay, now as you can hear, the frequency here is very low, very fast, but very low pulses. And that is ideal for brain treatments, dental treatments. If you go around your lower jaw, your thyroid, you can go up around your eyes and your head. You can use it and rotate it, and you can feel in different areas how you have a little zing. Now there's more and more research coming out for MS, Alzheimer, Parkinson's disease with PEMF. Edema in the brain, if you have an edema from concussions, from injuries, it is a very soothing treatment, and you will find that it just does one thing. It doesn't cure disease. Always, never ever say things like that. It starts to activate healing. It removes the causes of disease, and therefore it activates cells and makes you function better. The healing process is enhanced. Now, if I use it around my brain area, always be careful that you don't have it on a high setting. Keep it on the lowest and do it just for a little while, and then take it away and see how you feel. You don't want to overstimulate or overdo. In the same way, if you have a pacemaker, on the lowest setting should be no problem. But again, check with your producer, with your doctor, what type of pacemaker you have, that it is not overcharged. I would not go on the highest setting with this over a pacemaker that is not shielded, because it can shorten out. In the same way, if you have hearing aids and they come here in the middle, they can shorten out. So always be careful with any kind of electronic equipment that you don't overcharge or shorten it out. Otherwise, there is no limit. For example, shoulder treatments, really, really beautiful. You hang it around, you can then increase the intensity. You can hear now it's a much stronger pulse. And if you now rotate your shoulder, you feel that it pulses very deep into the shoulder blade. It activates repair of tendons, of cartilage. It strengthens the bone. It intensifies blood circulation in the muscle. So it's used by sports people, by osteopaths, by chiropractors in many different forms to activate mobility, bring mobility back into the body. Now that's the big loop, and you can use it in the same way. You roll it up your leg and put it around your hip, and then activate your hip and rotate your hip. You can use that around your knees, around your feet, in many different ways. So let me just turn the device off and connect the little butterfly so that I can show you how that works. Now the loop is probably what you use 90%. If we use the butterfly, this is more localized. And you know what? I'll just switch over and exchange this with this, that you see that they are identical. I just plug in now the butterfly here into this device, and it has the click. Same way, we plug in the power supply, turn the device on that little switch, and now I select here 5 minutes and intensity, bring that up. Okay, now we have here ideal intensity to treat from the outside my lower jaw and upper jaw for bone reconstruction. If you have, for example, had a tooth pulled or cavitations and you want to regrow bone, very, very specific research showing that it increases bone density. So that's something we want. You can also do local treatments from the outside. Many people, and I turn it down to the lowest setting for that, could use it like this. This is where you find several practitioners in Europe using the device for people with Alzheimer, Parkinson's, and MS, where they either stimulate in a circular motion around the brain like this, or they put the loop over the top and treat, from both sides at the same time. You can also treat your shoulders, for example. If you have shoulder pain, you just put it on your shoulder. And again, slight movements will always enhance the treatment as if you're stagnant and still. In the same way, if you have a tennis elbow, you put that on and treat your elbow. My mum has osteoporosis and has broken her hand very badly, so she couldn't move her fingers anymore. She put the loop always like that and was doing gentle pulling motions in here, and now she has complete mobility back of her hand. You can do that also inside. It's always inside the loop is the highest intensity, and let me show you that. I'll keep it here. Let me just hold my microphone to this little speaker, and now you can see out here, very gentle, and now it starts clicking. You see the distance, about 10 centimeters, and I come closer, and now the intensify, and the more I come to the middle, I have the strong pulse. As soon as I go further away, it releases. This is also important to know. When you have a pacemaker, you can still treat your belly, because up here you feel nothing. Now I come closer, and you feel. Now if I go into the center, very strong. You realize that? I come more to the outside, and it's a lot less. And I move up, and it's gone. So the distance where these devices are really intense is very close in the center, and that's why treatments should always focus to be close up. So if you treat the jaw, you want to do it like this. If you treat your ears, you want to do it like that. If you have elbows, you put it inside the loop, or you put it around the loop like this. Your feet, your ankles, your hands, all of that, your liver treatment, your pancreas treatment, do it local and in the center, and that's where you have highest effects. All right? And that's pretty much it. Now it counts down those 5 minutes, and then the device turns off. Very easy, very simple. And like I said, this one here is very well protected, very easy to take with you everywhere you go. And you can connect to these devices. Let me just turn it off. You can connect to these devices also a pad, and this is an accessory that you buy extra, and I'll just put that here, close this off, let's put that aside, and the butterfly we clean up. Now we have a mag pad, and this is something really powerful because you can lean against it, you can put it in your lazy boy and lean against it, you can put it on a chair and sit on it, you can lay on your belly and just snooze away, and the most powerful pulses go still into your whole upper torso. So when you sit on a lazy boy and you lean against it, your whole body is pulsed with PEMF at the same time. So let me plug that in. Again, we just click it in, and that's it. Turn on the device, whoops, without throwing over my electronics. And now we turn it on to 5 minutes, and we put that on level 2. Now you can see if I go in with my speaker, I have a very strong pulse. Now this pulse is because of the size reduced in power. We have here a maximum of 2000 Gauss, whereas here we have 2500, 2900 with the big loop, and we have 3900 with the butterfly. The more concentrated small area, the more powerful the pulse. The more widespread the area, the weaker the pulse. So if you have it on a pad, instead of using it on level 1 or 2, you can easily go up on level 4 or 5 to get that extreme energy into the body and treat throughout the whole body, from sacral all the way up to your neck, all at once, or when you lay on it in your bed. And it's very nice because it comes with a little pouch, and this pouch is a travel bag. So you put your pad in here. In the front you can put your applicators that you have, and then inside you slide your device, and that's it. And then you can take this wherever you go with you. And when I go to workshops or seminars, almost all our clients who have a device, they travel with it. They don't go anywhere without. Once you're used to this daily recharge, you don't want to miss it. And if you have any questions, scroll down, post your questions below, and I'll definitely get back to you.